You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
The snap, the kick, it's been blocked again! Oh my! It's been blocked again! He's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be caught! It's a touchdown! And the Gators have won the game! Tyreek Cleveland! Oh my! I can't believe what I just saw! Dropping back to throw. Thompson fires the ball over the middle. It's Dory! It's Dory! Got a touchdown! Dory's got a touchdown! Oh my! Dory's got a touchdown! Hands it off to Harvin. He comes back. Say goodbye!
Ahmad Black, in his final game as a Gator, takes it all the way home and sends Urban out a winner.
You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Stadium and Gale. It's your boy Corey.
It's Dan.
And Delatorre.
Your boy J Scott 25. What up? What up? What up?
What up, 25?
Sir. Well, I see you, Corey, with a big Cuban link on. You ain't playing with him today.
We out here. We out here. We still out here, Jordan. We still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's real. Nah, that's real.
yeah, we gotta keep the morale high, bro. We still the almighty University of Florida Gators, bro. We ain't gonna let, today's circumstances and right now circumstances kill the brand. You feel me?
In all kinds of weather, we Cuban link chain together.
There you go, Nick.
You heard me.
Big bling, man. We hanging out, man. How y'all boys feeling, man? How's the weekend? Everybody smash like, hit retweet, like, comment, engage with us. We about to hang out and talk some
a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
I feel like it's going to be a little bit of deja vu from maybe 11 months ago or so. Things obviously got better. Good weekend. Thank you for everybody that said hello. Let me know that they listened to the podcast, including my friends Justin and Gabriel, who met me in the bathroom. Like I said,
They know the show.
feel like I'm on a hidden camera show. But no, thanks to everybody. It was awesome. Thanks, Nick, for let me check out the Florida Victorious digs and getting to meet the staff over there. Daisha, is that her name?
No.
Yeah. Well, so there's Riley, Bree, and
Lisa.
Lisa. Why did I say Tisha? Anyway, so thank you to all of them for making me feel welcome when I was over there as well. But a great weekend in Gainesville. Obviously, was expecting a different result, but got back late Saturday and then had an opportunity to have a fantastic Sunday. So no complaints on my end. I mean, I have a complaint, but we'll get to it.
I say, no, I got
not one single complaint.
Oh, I've got a litany of complaints.
Weekend for Dan.
I am going to be stapling my 95 thesis to the front door of Heavener by the end of this show.
Okay, Protestant Dan. Shout out to Justin and Gabriel. You clearly are listeners of the show. You proved that by meeting Dan where he likes to meet new people. Shout out to you guys. You listen to the show all the way through. You get it. Long weekend for your boy. It was the wife's work weekend at the hospital. So big solo dad on Saturday, Sunday. Very lucky. We keep being told you don't know what you don't know. Only have one kid, but keep being told that we have like the easiest baby. Very easy baby, as far as I know.
Girls be easier than boys, man. They do be easier.
Like when I have a boy, I'm in trouble. Like knowing like what I've done and what I put my parents through, and like that will come back. At least one-fold, but probably like tenfold. Like whatever is left of this gray now white hair will probably just fall out at that point.
How was your weekend, Jordan? What's the vibes, man?
Pretty chill weekend, man. Obviously a lot of disappointment, but we'll get there. But overall, the weekend was great. Got to be back with the kids for the first weekend. That was amazing. Spending time with them as usual. You know, my dad, I don't want to bore y'all too much of my dad life, but yeah, outside of you know what, the weekend was pretty good.
Very nice.
A little peel behind the curtain. Like Jordan is very quiet in the group text during games. Like I want to know what Jordan is doing during the game.
That's
You
why
don't want to know what my house sounds like, Jordan.
He's like very quiet in the group chat, like very mild mannered.
So before I start sending my non-Division I pro playing football takes into the group chat, that's why I said, hey, 2-5, what you think of this, man? Before I go on my rant, my brother, you might say, Corey don't know what the hell he's talking about with football. So I just want to get your take first, man. But my weekend was dull. I don't even want to talk about my weekend. Doesn't matter. You know, we got embarrassed by a directional school inside the state. So we got, you know, bigger problems and bigger business to handle, man. So not a great weekend, Bob.
Well, let's get to it then. Let's get to it. We got a lot. This is gonna be a long show, I think. So let's get into it. Corey, let's get a Brunt ad read and then let's move from there.
Let's do it. One time for the great folks at Brunt Insurance and Financial Services. Anything you need insured from the Panhandle to the Keys, my man Greg is the best of the best. If you need just a quote to see if you can save you some money, it don't cost a dime. Give them a call at 954-589-2204 or visit them at bruntinsurance.com. Auto insurance, home insurance. Your life should be insured as well. Make sure the family and everybody's taken care of. And if you waited for that hurricane insurance or storm insurance, flood insurance, you might be too late because it's flood time. It's hurricane season. But still hit them up, bruntinsurance.com or 954-589-2204.
Greg, what it do, baby?
All right, guys. Gators do lose their first game in the swamp to a team from Florida, not named Florida State or Miami since 1938 when they lost to Stetson. If any of you guys remember that debacle, but the Gators lose 18-16 to the USF Bulls. I don't know where to start. You know, as you watch the game, it just nothing seemed to really go the Gators' way. Settled for a number of field goals. Have some officiating concerns that happened throughout the game. No game's going to get called perfectly, but certainly some inoptimal times where Gators were had some penalty issues. They had an interception called against them that probably hit the ground, didn't really change the trajectory of the game, but still impactful moment at the time. In the red zone a number of times, get a couple of touchdowns called back, and then two uncharacteristic. I mean, really kind of, I guess they are characteristic of Billy Napier's, just kind of an inopportune time to commit some penalties. Gators end up with 11 penalties in the game, but two major penalties on the last drive of the game that ultimately allowed USF to kick a game-winning field goal. Play calling was bad at best, atrocious at worst. There was a lot of just unforced errors, a lot of mental errors, just a game that we really want to not look back on and remember fondly. But I think we're to a point where we had this conversation last year, guys, and I'm just setting up for our conversation here. I don't know how Billy Napier comes back from this. He reiterated today that he is calling the plays, that he's the chief play caller. He will continue to do so. Seemed to get frustrated with the media on Saturday and then again today. A lot of terse answers. I've seen this many times during the time that Nick's covered the Florida Gators, and I think we're embarking on the end of an era here at the University of Florida. Guys, we're going to probably ad-lib a lot of this show today. So, Corey, let's start with you and get your thoughts on the game and where we're going from here.
I mean, there was flags LIU week, you know. We spoke about it last week. I just said, like, a team should be able to execute, even if you're keeping it vanilla. There's just a certain level of execution that needs to just go down. Year 4 in the program, that many offensive linemen back with that many snaps. You're expecting that to just flow a little bit better, us to block and scheme a little bit better, and it just wasn't there. And I see a lot of people talking about, you know, the throws that Lagway may have missed, right, and the opportunities he may have left on the field. Listen, fellas, this is our third quarterback, right? Every last one of these quarterbacks, we've had said they haven't, executed the offense correctly. There's only one guy that's in charge of teaching these quarterbacks how to execute this offense. We've had 3 guys, every last one of them, we say, oh, AR just, doesn't have, the toughness, doesn't want to run the offense. He can't put enough touch on the ball. Merckx just wasn't talented enough for us to win. Bottom line, if you're not winning, you're just not winning. And maybe your communication, isn't well enough for the quarterbacks to understand the offense and get it to the wide open people. Whatever it may be, the only common denominator is the guy that's calling the plays. The quarterbacks has changed. Same thing with the position coaches. Position coaches have changed. The DCs have changed. Everybody has changed. There's only one common denominator, and that's where accountability starts and ends at the top. We can look around, but I just thought the product that was on the field is not up to par. Who's calling the plays don't really matter to me. Like, just to keep it a bean, no disrespect. Even if it may come off that way, I apologize, but I don't think there's anyone in that building qualified to call offense at the University of Florida. So if he's not calling the plays, I don't know who you giving the sheets to, but I don't think there's anybody in that office qualified enough. And us fans, we're not football gurus, but we've been watching this game long enough to know what bad offense look like. I said on my little live stream, Steve Spurrier raised me. I know what offense. Urban Meyer was on deck. I know what offense looked like. This isn't big boy University of Florida offense whatsoever. It's very elementary. This isn't the first program to come and tell us that it's predictable. Miami beat us last year and talked to the press and said this offense was very predictable, and they knew exactly what we were going to run. USF come and say the same exact thing. I talked to Marcus Van Dyke after the game, the defensive back coach at USF, and he's saying the same. It's predictable. They knew exactly what we were going to do in certain situations. We weren't fooling anybody at no point in time. The jig is up. And that's just my whole take. We could get down and break down each play, each mistake, the referees. Bottom line, this team in year 4 is not performing at the level of a playoff caliber football team with the number 1 quarterback in the country. Your receivers, like this football's investment. Most of our investment on offense is in the receiver room. We spend a lot of money on acquiring top-notch, speedy wide receivers, and then your offense predicated around 12 personnel and tight ends. It just doesn't add up. You got a lot of Ferraris on the sidelines and you're using the Chevy Caprices. It just doesn't make sense. So that's just my overall take is right now the product, we're in year 4. We were patient with the roster turnover to lose to USF with a 17.5 point favorites in your building. That team has 48 new players on that roster. 48, a complete roster haul. Mike Golish go and beat Boise, who was ranked, and then he come into your building and beat you, who is ranked. That's what good coaching look like. You adjust to your talent. You adjust to your player personnel. That's not what we're getting in Gainesville. We're getting gaslit and excuses week after week, bro. And the expectations didn't just come from, fans just being unrealistic. The energy that was at the SEC media days was spot the ball. He eliminated all excuses. The roster is here. This is what we've been waiting on. But the product is just not adding up. I'm gonna let you guys. I could go all day, so I'm gonna let you guys.
Yeah, we probably will. Jordan, give us your thoughts, brother.
I kind of am siding with Corey. The only other take I do have that I really didn't hear him hit was that I feel like last year, and honestly over the last 3 to 4 years, we have always started out semi-slow, if that makes sense. And I also think Lagway missing a majority of Kemp did not help at all in this game. I think it showed a lot that his performance could have been better, because let's be realistic in that, like, we thought we were going to see a Heisman Lagway coming this upcoming season.
100%.
He ripping numbers. 300, 250 plus passing yards, maybe over 50, 60 on the ground, 2-3 touchdowns. That's what the Lagway I was expecting to see. And with the talent we have on the offensive side of the ball, I never would have thought offense would have been the problem. I think that's what's hurting me the most as a running back, as a former Gator. I'm thinking like, wow, the offense looks like a hot mess. And I agree with you, Corey. It starts from the top. I believe the coaching staff is not putting these guys in the best situation possible to be successful. As far as, like, I can just think of one example. I think it was about 7 minutes in the game. we literally ran the ball 3 times in a row. And it wasn't with Jaden Ball.
Yeah.
I'm just calling the spade. I love Jacoby. I love him. He's a great
Yeah.
kid. He runs the ball hard. I'm not knocking him and saying he shouldn't be in the game. But when the game is on the line, you trying to put together a drive to keep the clock rolling and get first downs and get in the field goal range to potentially score. I need my best 11 on the field. No, not to Jacoby. I love the kid. I think he can go start in plenty of other places. But as of right now, I believe Jaden Ball's the best running back. He should have been in.
He's the best player on the offense. Keep going, though, brother.
Thank you. I didn't want to go there, but we know what it is. And on top of that, running the ball 3 times in a row, it's 7 minutes left on the clock. It's not 4-minute offense yet. Where's the situational football from a coaching aspect? Where are you thinking of situationally and like, okay, what do we need to do right now? You should be thinking we need to get points on the board, not milking clock. The pressure is on. The fire is underneath your butt, dude. We need to go ahead and get in that end zone or find a way to get some type of points. And you running the ball 3 plays in a row just made me feel so sad in watching that. Like, what are we thinking as a coaching staff when you're dialing up these play calls 3 plays in a row to run the football? I'm a running back and I don't want to run it 3 times in that situation.
Hey, after that drive, you don't talk much in the group chat, but after that drive, you say, I don't like that.
I was sick. I'm like, this don't make no sense. Like,
I mean, but think about it, Jordan, right? Like Florida had 1 touchdown all game, which is embarrassing, right? This offense with the players that you should be able to score more than 1 touchdown in a game. And the only touchdown they scored was on a drive that VB3 got him all the way down to the 20-yard line. And then you almost didn't get the ball into the end zone. You had to convert on a 3rd down because the first one, not a great throw. Second, predictable run. Third, fortunately, Eugene Wilson, the third, I don't know, Nick's taking a photo of Eugene Wilson, the third, kind of breaks from the linebacker there that was covering him or the DB that was covering him, and there's an opening. But the 1 touchdown you had in the entire game, really the only time that you got close, I know that they had a couple called back, the only time you even got close to scoring a touchdown was when you had the ball on their 20-yard line to start. Pretty sad.
Yes. So that's what I think was my biggest disappointment in this all is that I had such high expectations for the offense. And like you said, Corey, we did kind of see an LIU game in that, like, we're not dominating these cats. The offense, even though we're keeping the play calling vanilla, it just doesn't look smooth. It doesn't look crisp. Right. And I was maybe kind of trying to convince myself of, you know what, we kind of always do start slow. As a team, you know what I'm saying? We got to still familiar, kind of fairly young team. So I kind of understand where the starting slow comes in. And our leader kind of missed a lot of reps in training camp and just getting thrown into the fire week 1, week 2, whatever the case may be. So it's hard. At the end of the day, football is football. The best player in the game, Tom Brady, decided to miss training camp to go get a facelift, whatever you want to call it. And it showed that continuous season because that was his first time missing a training camp.
Facelift, though.
Hey, for real, he tried to do all that. He tried to come into this league thinking he gonna beat Tom Brady still and be successful, and he had a terrible season. So I feel like I'm giving my Gator boys the benefit of the doubt in that, like maybe because Lagway wasn't able to grind it out through the entire training camp and get all those reps, that's kind of hurting us as an offense right now, as well as the coaching and the play calling. I think those two go hand in hand, but hopefully that's something that we can turn around in the future. Defensive wise, I think we did pretty good, pretty solid. I was saying from the beginning of the game, even though they wasn't putting up points, I was scared and watching it. Like I felt like USF was kind of leaving some plays out there. They were kind of shooting themselves in the foot more than we were stopping them, if that made sense.
Can I jump in right? Because I know everybody.
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah.
A lot of pressures on the offense, right? But, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. These DBs are not from Utah or Nebraska. These are Florida DBs that run. You got track stars with 10-yard cushions. Like, what are we doing here? Like, for real. You got 10-yard cushions with guys like Devin Moore. That's probably the fastest guy on the team. Carmani's in the top 3 or 4. These guys are straight up burners, and they're playing 10 yards black prevent defense with an inaccurate quarterback. If I know I got to inaccurate, let me get up and jam and disrupt something. He already inaccurate. Why are you giving him space to get comfortable? He feel better when he see that cushion, and that cushion did not help us, man. Like this, like I got another take. I think that surge last year came from Armstrong. If you go watch the Houston defense, you'll see it. We're not attacking how we ended the season whatsoever. Like whatsoever. That 4-2 man, that 4-2-5 prevent defense, that was not happening last year. I don't know what they're calling this year, but it's not the same how we closed out last year. Go watch Houston play defense. And tell me what you think.
Yeah, man. I feel like the defense looked soft overall. And I feel like you said, they was giving too much cushion. I feel like it was a lot of room for them to make plays. And I was watching, like, even though we getting these boys off the field, I'm not feeling too confident in that defense.
It went aggressive.
It ended up showing up late in the game. Late in the game, USF needed to go down and try to score, and they were able to do so because all game long, they really was only hurting themselves. A few drops here, maybe guys not getting to the right depth on their route. Maybe a guy get beat on the O-line, force a quarterback to have a quarterback hurry, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once they was able to get the confidence after 3 quarters of playing us and realize, like, listen, we got plays to be made, fellas. It's here. We calling it. It's all out for us. We just got to execute. And once they had that feeling, shoot, you almost quieted the swamp, to be honest with you. I don't know how the energy was in that stadium, but I kind of felt like they kind of
I'll give the fans credit. You know, I know Corey tweeted about won't back down. The fans were in it, right? I mean, the fans were in it well into the end of the game, right? You know, right before USF kicked their game-winning touchdown, obviously, or winning field goal, pardon me, everybody was kind of out of the stadium at that point. The cheers were different in the tunnel after the game than they were before. A lot more fire Billy and a lot less go Gators or orange and blue before, like there was at the beginning of the game. The crowd was in it. I think the crowd did their job. I will say this, maybe Aaron Childs is the only one on that defense that's trying to hype the crowd, though. Maybe Tyreek Sapp a little bit, who'll put his hand up. But there's a lack of energy, and I don't know who the guys are, right? Every team's built different. The makeup of a team is different. Not everybody's going to be a rah-rah in your face, standing on the bleachers trying to hype everybody else up. But it just kind of looked like a pretty quiet sideline for the Gators throughout the entire game. And I'll say this. Man, it is very, very disappointing to be there and to watch during the entire duration of a football game. Your head coach stands on the complete opposite side of wherever the play is happening. If defense is happening, head is buried in the play calling sheet. I know that they're talking and everything else, but I don't see a lot of leadership from the top. And when your head man is completely separated from the team for more than half the game, it just doesn't exude confidence in the direction and the leadership of what you're bringing to the field. I don't think you need to be a Will Muschamp necessarily and being yelling, screaming, and all that we saw. But there's a detachment that I see, and every personality is different, and I get that. But if you're the head coach, I can't have your head buried in a play sheet the entire time your defense is on the field, unless you're producing on offense. But you're not doing that either.
right.
So what are we doing here? The experiment's over, in my opinion. Right?
Yes.
He's lost the fan base. He garnered some faith back. Right? There was a lot of spot the ball. We got this guy. They don't go in the transfer portal. These are our guys. But year 1, year 2, year 3, there was some sort of excuse that you could be like, all right, fine. This is the year. It's over. In my opinion, this thing is over. And I don't know how he wins fans back unless he rattles off 10 straight wins. And at that point, it's going to be like, what do we need to do that we don't have to deal with this every single year where we start slow and it's like, oh, we're just.
It ain't happening, brother. You got to worry about it. I don't think we get to that point. This team, the level of play will have to increase. Like I just spoke about, I seen Miami and Notre Dame play. You know, I'm watching even the teams that are losing. I'm just watching and I'm just like, bro, we are not on that level. Like versus LIU, you can see dominant offensive line play, dominant, offensive line execution. Our offense line, which we thought were a strength, that we were told were a strength, we were gaslit and lied to, bro. Not just in its totality, we was gaslit and lied to. Like we lead the country in tackles for loss. Like we have allowed the most tackles for loss, and this is a veteran group. And the fans have been griping about, oh, we got 2 offensive line coaches. We need to probably replace these guys because we ain't recruiting at a high enough level. But we were, the way the season ended last year and the offensive line hype in the offseason, oh, maybe these guys are developers. They're not developers or recruiters. The offensive line play is absolutely terrible. And that's the nicest way I can say it without being disrespectful. It's terrible.
18 tackles for loss allowed. Corey, you were close. Bottom of the SEC. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the SEC. Oh, okay. 129th out of 136.
It's a very small correction.
We're playing in the margins here. But if we're going to correct Nick 6 or 7 times a show, we got to bring. We
ain't correcting that. Correcting 126 from 139 ain't like, don't even correct it, bro.
That's the bottom.
That's the bottom, bro. Let's move on, man. What are we talking?
It's not good either way.
Nick.
Yeah, someone asked me, is that the worst loss of Billy's tenure? I said, yeah. And they're like, well, what about Vanderbilt? I was like, that's a road game. Like, yeah, it's a bad loss. Losing to USF at home, that's worse than Vanderbilt in my mind. That's worse than Arkansas at home. Arkansas was
terrible, and this was worse.
Yeah. You can't lose to USF. The stat that you said, Dan, it's the first time you've lost to a non-Power 4, not a non-Power 4 opponent at home, or a non-Miami FSU at home.
Non-Miami or Florida State,
since team before World War II. Since before the United States entered World War II.
Leather helmets.
Yeah. No black players.
No forward pass probably either.
You scored less points than you were favored to win by. At the end of the day, everything falls on the head coach. Like that's it. Like this is, I said, I'm privy to a lot more now going to practice, and like throughout the year when asked about the offense, I'm like, the offense is the offense. Hey Nick, is there gonna be more 4 and 5 wide sets? I'm like, no, you've seen the offense. It's 2 tight ends, and Corey would push back like, there's too many weapons. I'm like, I'm just telling you what I see. Like you're still 2 tight ends. Like I think DJ looks like a quarterback who hasn't practiced since December, because he's a quarterback who hasn't practiced since December. Billy said that getting the ball back, your defense gets a stand. There's like 2:20 left on the clock in the game. You're up by 2 points. You're up by a point. You have to bleed clock. You don't give your quarterback an option to check out of a run into a pass on first down. You don't allow your quarterback that option. Hey, we're running the ball. Coach, they have 12 men in the box. Cool. Run the ball. We need the clock to go, or we need them to use a timeout. It's tough because I think it's unfortunate because I think DJ can be the guy that we've talked about. He's just not right now, and I think that's a product of him not being healthy and not. That's being
a product of the head coach don't know what he's doing. Right. The job is too big for this guy, bro.
I don't think DJ's making the throws that we know he can make,
and because he's not being taught right, because he's not being coached right. It ain't AR, it ain't Mertz, and it ain't all 3 guys. If it is all 3 guys, the number 1 quarterback in the country should not. He should elevate. Everybody's regressing. Literally every quarterback has regressed.
Graham Mertz played his best football at Florida.
Graham Mertz showed up to the Miami game looking like a baby diaper.
I'm about to say, if that was Graham Mertz's best football,
Graham Mertz played his best football, his best college football. He played at Florida.
He showed up looking like a baby diaper, man. God bless these kids for getting drafted, right?
And he did make an NFL roster, so let's call it spade.
It's still there. I'm not saying he's sorry. What I'm saying is DJ Lagway has a very high skill set that everybody in the country thought like we were gonna see some Heisman stuff. For the fact that he went, I understand that he couldn't throw, but it's just not every quarterback. Like, who is getting better, right? Like, think about it. Even like when you say like the 2 tight end set thing, right? I'm just a football guy with common sense from a business standpoint in every aspect. You spend a lot of money and a lot of resources chasing high-end wide receivers. The tight end recruiting has been abysmal.
Yeah.
It don't even make logical sense. You're not putting any resources towards tight end. Like, none of your best players. Like, that's probably one of the worst rooms on the team. Like, you got to be able, at big boy football, you got to be able to adjust to the personnel. You ain't even recruiting to run 12 personnel in a great way. You're not even recruiting. You recruiting to have a good 4 or 5 wide team. And let's go run vertical. And we're not doing any of that. We got a bunch of Ferraris that we just got, circling the parking lot.
Garage. Some things in the garage sitting good. Don't need no oil change, nothing.
Keep him.
Like what, dog? That's the most frustrating part, bro. It's like go vertical. As a DB, I know you ain't going vertical. I'm on my toes. I'm jumping everything. I'm biting on everything. That's why the bubble screens don't work because nobody think Billy Napier going vertical.
Yeah, we ain't been throwing nothing deep all year. When it is throwing deep, it's a problem.
I mean,
that's pissing off.
Jordan, sorry to cut you off there. He throws 38 passes. He goes 3 for 11 beyond 10 yards.
So I'm saying, bro,
with an interception. There's 75 total yards, and 2 of them were two passes to the outside right that went for 60. 0 for 2 outside left over 20. 0 for 1 with an interception beyond 20, right? So the offense isn't – I don't even know if the Gators threw a pass, and I tweeted this during the game, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I don't think they threw the ball more than 10 yards in the air until halfway through the second quarter. So there's nothing about this offense that is anything more than knowing and expecting that there's going to be a short slant or there's going to be a bubble screen. And that's why teams are able to block it.
Yeah. I mean, if that's all you giving us to work with, and that's all we got to worry about in the game plan, I mean, I feel pretty safe as a defensive coordinator calling just about anything to trap all that up. I mean, he ain't making it hard for me at all. And I hate to put all this because I don't want to put all the blame on DJ. I know he's a kid. I know he went through a lot this offseason and trying to stay healthy and get healthy and all of that. But I think him missing out on training camp is a big, when I say big, it's a big downfall in our gameplay right now.
On spring, not just training, spring too.
Yeah, right. And it's like on top.
A healthy Lagway, we still not making the playoffs, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Like this offense is too vanilla, too plain Jane.
Yeah, I'm not arguing against that. I'm saying that like
I'm not arguing at all. I'm just saying like
he's missing throws that I think he should make and that he would make if he was able to throw more than 10 days out before camp. And like that's not his fault. It's not his fault that he had a freak calf injury.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
not even talking about quarterback play, bro. I'm just talking about from just a coaching, like intellect, like a coaching ability standpoint. We were not making the playoffs, my boy. Mike Golish was the better coach, by large. It wasn't even Alex. I'm sorry, Alex Golish. By large, it wasn't even close. He was in a different league than the University of Florida's coach. Like that just cannot happen. I'm sorry, bro. That's just embarrassing. Yeah. It's embarrassing to be outwitted by a guy that don't have half the talent. They're not spending half the money, half the resources. It's not even half. Like it's like 20% of what we're doing.
Yeah, for real.
They real deal outplayed us. They didn't get out there and get lucky. No, they defensive line pushed our offensive line around. Yeah. Like they got the stadium on their campus. They don't have a stadium. No. Like what are we talking about, brother?
They just started.
They're building one.
They ain't even in South Florida. They screwing.
Tampa is not South Florida.
It's not.
It's not. But it was at the time.
We got straight up outplayed, outcoached. That's really what it came down to. And it's sad to say that we got a year 4 coach in the building and we're still getting out.
Well, and let's call it a spade. Let's call a spade here. It's not like USF played unbelievably well.
No. We take terrible.
I was talking to somebody today, right? And I was like, if USF went out and played the game of their life, then it is what it is.
I would feel a little bit better. I'd be like, okay, they had a little chip on his shoulder, blah, 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 blah.
He got out-coached. They got out-prepared. And we looked like we didn't care that we were out there. We were getting dummied on the line. We didn't even talk about some of the penalties that were called. We didn't talk about Brandon Betts spitting on somebody, right? We didn't talk about some of the things that caused frustration throughout the game. USF did not play like this world beater of a team. Florida just played terribly.
Fact.
And that, to me, there's execution that the players did poorly in this game. You can watch all the film studies. We could point it out. And I'm going to be honest, this show, I'm going to be critical of players. If you're making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, you're allowed to be criticized, in my opinion. This is no 100%. Longer them playing amateur sports for a free degree. They're getting paid millions of dollars. We can call some people out. But it also starts with the guys that you recruited, the guys that you put through your strength and conditioning program, your nutrition program, the rooms that they're sitting in, those are your guys now. And if they're not prepared and if they can't handle USF, why in God's green earth do I think that something's going to turn around against LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia? Guys, like, there's a chance that Florida could go 1-11. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not.
Yeah,
but
probably
give me
not.
a good argument after what you watched in 2 weeks to say that this is a team that could potentially not have the wheels fall off and you have some opt-outs. Buddy, this is a lost program right now.
I think my only hope and what I'm hoping is maybe the Fire Billy chants start rolling. They want to play for Billy again, some similar to last year. And when they got the screaming Fire Billy, the kids started playing for him. The ball got the rolling. Everybody got warmed up. We had a slow
I
start.
think they were saying that by
year.
like second quarter though, Jordan.
I agree, but shoot, I'm trying to be as positive as possible. As just, you feel me, a former Gator, I want these boys to be successful so bad. And I honestly am so hurt because I feel like this year was the year. You feel what I'm saying? Just coming into the season, we got a star running back, 3-4 wideouts that can go play just about anywhere in the country. We got a Heisman quarterback, returning All-American center. Like,
all this talent, bro.
All the talent. That's why I was like, there's no way we're not going to be something this year. I said, there's no way we ain't even sniffing the playoffs. Like, I feel like we potentially, like, we already in the playoffs. It's almost where we going to land after the playoffs.
That's how
after watching that game right there, I got to second guess myself. I hope that these boys can prove me wrong and can make me be like, okay, it was just a slow start, bad game. Both teams was playing bad. They just ended up playing a little bit better than us to come out on top. But
just trust
overall, man,
trust your
eyes. I am gonna trust my eyes because at the end of the day, I feel like that was a big problem from the top down. The coaching really had everything going bad on top of the players kind of feeding off the coaches' energy. Because you got to think, if these coaches are coaching up bad ball, calling bad plays, having low energy to the bad play calling as well as what's going on the field, players see that, players feel that. So you can't expect them to act any different from what you portraying to those guys. You got to almost everybody gonna be on the same. When it rains, it pours. That's the thing for a reason. It all started from there, and it just got worse and worse and worse as the game went on.
Yeah, I think around the country, you've seen a lot of teams that got better that they're playing better ball this year, and they all had coordinated play calling issue, and they all made that change. We just don't have a guy that's going to adapt in that capacity, and it just is. We don't have to keep beating this dead horse. He thought his play calling was good enough. It's a lack of self-awareness, and that self-awareness kind of translated at SEC Media Day, like for real. Like you're not aware really of how your team is and where they're at execution-wise. To think and to talk like you have a playoff caliber team, to think that you don't have to go find a new play caller because the offense is fine. You didn't see anything wrong with any of that, bro. Like, it's just a lack of self-awareness. It's just totally lacking. So there is no fix in my mind. There is no fixing this. I think we made the wrong decision with the defensive coordinator. I don't think we got the right guy. I think we got two problems, not just offense. I think the defense and the offense isn't where it's supposed to be. USF was just terrible. We have a very inaccurate quarterback. We'll see when we play Nuss at LSU. And if we had them same 10-yard cushions, we're gonna be barbecue chicken. I'm just giving you guys that right now. They're gonna get cooked if they play that same style of defense.
For real.
It's
gonna get ugly, man. I hope it don't get ugly, but
welcome back, Dan.
I forget. I saw a fan. So
we could very well win that game. And then it hurts even more.
I saw a fan say this. The good thing about year 4 is that there's no excuses in year 4. It's your guys, it's your program. What you put out in year 4 is what you put out, and you can't point to anything else. It's I've built this. I've built from the bottom up. When Billy got here, we were like, hey, Dan's culture stinks. Dan stopped recruiting. This is a total rebuild. The foundation's cracked. You have to pour new cement. And we gave we gave this program the benefit of the doubt, like, hey, it's going to be a long rebuild. It's going to take some time. And then we forgot that when they beat Utah and AR is doing pirouettes and hitting people, and then remembered it when they lost to Kentucky the very next week. This coaching staff every single year has lost a game, at least one, that you're like, how did that happen? Losing to Kentucky at home, year one, losing at Vanderbilt, losing to Arkansas, losing to USF. Every single year there's a game that they lose, and you're just like, how did that happen? Why did that happen? The offense is what it is. Billy's called plays all 4 years or all 3 years, 2 games. Like that's who he is. He's going to call plays. It was always going to be like that.
But what changed, Nick? Right? Like you're involved in the program, and there might be some limitation about what you're allowed to say here. They had people ready to buy him out last year. Andy Staples says they have it again right now, which should be obvious. If they had it last year, it's $7.5 million cheaper. The number one thing that they asked Scott Strickland was, we need somebody calling plays. So you promote Russ Callaway, who Corey said the weakest position on our offense is tight ends. 2 years before that, he was an analyst. You move somebody into that role as offensive coordinator, and then when asked about calling plays today, you make a very nonchalant, like, yeah, of course I'm calling plays. I'm the play caller here, right? So why should Florida fans, why should boosters believe in Billy Napier at all? Why should they continue to donate to anything as long as he's here?
Nothing's gonna change. We keep supporting.
Do you now have concern about
players, but stay home? My bad, bro.
But do you have concerns about giving money in the future? Right? If you ask Scott Strickland, hey, I will continue to donate. I won't withhold money. We want to hire an offensive coordinator. And they're like, yeah, we'll get it done. And that doesn't get done. Like, you're not instilling faith. We didn't even talk about the fact that Scott Strickland's now here until 2030, which is a whole nother topic. But this is done. And if I'm a booster, I'm livid right now.
I think what changed is you win 5 games, including a win over LSU and including win over Ole Miss. I'd said publicly, I'd even said it to Scott Strickland, I don't think you'll hire a third football coach. Just don't think SEC ADs will survive having 2 bad hires or 2 hires that don't work out in quick succession. So I think what changed then for Billy is Ty Golden wins the national championship. Scott gets extended. I think that untethers Scott from Billy a little bit. I don't think Scott could have fired Billy previously. I think he would have gone with the football coach. And then the basketball coach you hire wins the national championship. You're now extended. I think you'll be able to hire the next football coach if you decide to make a decision. You decide to make a move.
There's no way that unless something absolutely miraculous, the likes that we've never seen before in college football, can you win this fan base back with this offense and with this team?
I'm not saying that I'm saying I think now Scott.
But what I'm saying is Scott is going to make that next hire. Right? Like,
yes.
100%.
You think about an alternate
what I'm saying is before the extension, I don't think Scott could have fired. I think they both would have gone together. And I think when you tell somebody who knows you don't have the power to fire me because they'll fire you too, like, hey, do this. And you're like, no, you can fire me and I'll help you pack your house. You help me pack mine.
Yeah. Use better Greek moving, right?
Now I feel like Scott is in a position where it's like, hey, we asked for ABC weren't done. We're moving on. I think that's what has changed.
I just think of an alternate reality where Ben Sass doesn't leave, right? I mean, there's a variety of issues. We're not going to get political here. Ben Sass doesn't leave. Kent Fox is notoriously a guy that stayed outside of politics. Dr. Santa Ono gets confirmed. What then changes, right? You have a different administration now. You have an interim president again after Fox is here. You now have an interim president that is here for a year, is going to potentially be open for the job interviewing. They're going to interview other people. If he doesn't get the job, he gets $2 million. Florida gets a new university president. And by that point, you're already balls deep into your stadium renovation. So are you going to get rid of your AD at that point? No. Right. So
well, it doesn't matter. He's under contract till 2030.
No. Well, I mean, you could fire him easily, right? I mean, it's not that much. It's what, $4 million, $8 million over the course of that contract, right?
Fire him.
Well, no, I mean,
Really?
that's why I'm talking about alternate realities, right? Where something doesn't happen to Ben Sass, right? So I think of where Florida can be. I think of the precarious situation. And that's why we talked a lot about the university president on this show, maybe more than others. And I know it's not something that everybody wanted to hear, but that's the situation that Florida finds itself in now. Florida finds itself in a position where they could not make moves for a while. And now you're stuck in a situation. And now Florida is going to be in a very, very, very sticky situation replacing Billy Napier financially, I think. It's going to take a lot of money. Jimmy Sexton's going to make a lot of money this offseason. And whatever coach you go after is either going to break the bank or it's going to be an up-and-comer. And I don't know if you have the break the bank money right now.
I don't know.
We never go break the bank.
I don't know that because, like, and it's a detriment to Billy's argument if he wants to stay, is that, like, Billy has been given everything. Billy has been given, like, more in terms of structure, administration, support than probably the last three coaches combined. Like, if you were to go back to, like, Will Muschamp and say, hey, look what Billy has, he would probably lose his mind and punch a whiteboard. Like, what do you mean he has that many coaches and analysts and all this kind of stuff? I would have loved that. Like, Billy's been given every opportunity. Scott has shown that he will throw money at football. They've thrown money at football. Florida victorious, we're doing great. Like, we have to show, if there is a coaching search, that we can still raise money, because you have to. The next coach we're going to want to know, well, where do we stand NIL wise? So, like, you're going to have to raise money. But I don't think it's an unattractive spot for a potential head coach when you look at, like, hey, here's how much money the NIL has raised. Here's the investment that the administration has made towards football, even when a coach wasn't winning. And if you can come here and win, you'll get at least that investment, and then you win, you can get more. But, like, to me, Florida's still an attractive job. Like, the University of Florida is an attractive job.
We're not going to have to convince people to come here like that. I'm going to be honest with you. This is University of Florida. The resources are plentiful. Like, and most people know if they come here and win, what's about to happen. It's gas on a fire, you know, if Florida's winning. So, like, being attractive ain't the issue. Is making the right hire. And if we want to really go spend money and go out there a big splash, we just haven't been aggressive in that market whenever we're in the coaching hire situation, which has been often. I think it was a huge mistake retaining Billy Napier last year. Just straight up. There's no other way to spin it. It was a mistake made by leadership. If the boosters, everybody with eyes saw what this thing was, and the only hope, the real hope, was DJ Lagway. All of this hinged on not Billy Napier's making this team better. It was, maybe DJ can elevate the offense in this team to a new level. That was a mistake. You can't put that type of pressure on any kid. It shouldn't be that way. No, it's the coaches, the highest paid people in the building. It's the head coach. That's who should be the face of these programs and be in the person to elevate it to that next level and to be in charge of them getting to the playoffs. None of us was relying on Billy Napier to make it to the playoffs. We were relying on DJ Lagway. And that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake. And you also don't keep a coach for one player.
Facts.
Right? The same issues that we're talking about now were the same issues that unveiled themselves in year one, but you're like, it's year one. It's good. There's going to be issues. Year two was bad. All right. He's got to get his guys. He's going to get DJ Lag. Year three, you rattle off some wins, but you have some terrible losses in there. You are unprepared in a variety of parts during the game. LSU wasn't that good. Ole Miss shot themselves in the foot enough times, and Florida squeaked one out. You didn't look that good against the worst FSU team of the last 5 decades.
Yeah.
You struggled mightily against Tulane until the end. It was 9-6 at halftime against a Tulane team where half of them had opted out. You come in, you say, spot the ball, and the ball got spotted. And you're getting your shit pushed in by LIU USF.
Oh, my God, bro. This is a family show, Dan. Don't say the S word again.
That's I think the first time I've cursed on this show.
Yeah, man. Your
20 and 20
watching.
in
Don't
4
do that.
years.
Yeah, the record is the record at this point. Like the fans that are out there still, one person put this like very perfectly. Like in all kinds of weather, don't mean 20 and 4 years is okay. That's not what that means. We're gonna support the players, the team, and we're Gators no matter what. But the coaches changed, the logo remained the same, bro. You got to keep it playing. Like it's time to move on. I got more takes, even with the spitting on thing, right? On character, right? Like I don't know, Lion spit on somebody. I understand. Oh, there's some locker room, bro. You have to bench and suspend guys that are spitting on people. It's a very disgusting act to spit on somebody. I understand. I don't care what's said. You got to have the mental, control and self-control to not do vile things like spitting at people. Being sorry and being remorseful in the locker room, that just don't cut it. Running stadium stairs, that just don't cut it because it's bigger than just you. You represent a conglomerate, like you represent one of the biggest franchises in college sports.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a penalty for spitting on somebody. Lions did it. That's 2 spits. I have never seen a spit for at the University of Florida. Now we got 2 spits, and I don't know any suspensions for either one of the spits.
2 days after is the biggest sports story.
Yeah, the biggest spit scandal ever. And then he was like, yeah, let me throw my name in the algorithm.
I mean,
stupid.
4 feet away from a referee that's staring directly at you.
Stupid.
On the final drive of the game, after you just let up a pass interference.
Incredible, bro. Incredible.
That's why
Here's the thing, bro. The one thing about football, if you leave the door open for the devil, he's gonna creep in. So when it happened, I was just like, of course. It's like the shoe throw. Of course. It's that type of game. Of course. Only us this happens to. Of course, because you left the door open. Like no point in time, nobody got fired up on the sideline or frustrated. Like, come on, what are we doing, guys? Nobody rallied the team. Like if you play ball, if you watch ball long enough, there's moments in a game like that when it's not really clicking right and the team's not really. Somebody's got to gather the team on the sideline and get everybody on the same page and be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about leaders. It sounds good on the mic and on the media opportunity. It sounds good to be a leader then. But when you get between them white lines, you got to have it in you. And I don't see it in them guys like that, bruh. And it starts at the top. He too calm. This is a gladiator sport, bruh. This is a gladiator's game, bruh. And you got to have, like, you look at that other sideline, they was riled up. They wanted that win more than we did. And they played a sloppy game.
Yeah. Yeah, Brennan Bed just issued an apology, so I do want to read it. I want to sincerely apologize for my actions in the game this past Saturday. I let down my teammates, coaches, and family, and all of Gator Nation. Our coaches always instill in us the value of sportsmanship, and I crossed the line. I want to apologize to South Florida. That's not the person or player I strive to be. I made a terrible mistake, and it won't happen again. To Cole Skinner, number 56, there's no excuse for my actions. I'm truly sorry to both you and your family. To all my friends and family, I know that my actions don't reflect the way I was raised, and I regret the disappointment I caused. I take full responsibility. I pray that we can all move forward. Thanks again for believing in me, and I won't let you down again.
Yeah, Billy told us what he was going to say. Billy told us at the presser. He's going to apologize to you guys and the player, and that's exactly what he did. Yeah. So, good. Whoever wrote that up, shout out to the PR.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
All right, let's
suspend him.
I do want to do a quick ad read, and then we'll get back into it. But before we do that, if you're watching on YouTube, a lot of you there, a lot of people on X, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, or please reshare. Unique Productions, thanks a while ago for the super chat. We're still here, big bros. Appreciate you. Anthony Beck, I do. Fire Billy Napier. I know you were at the game, man. Hopefully I can meet you next time we're up there. And then Kelly Young said, spot the buyout. spot the buyout. I know Corey went a little viral with that one this weekend. Do want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Home Field Apparel. Go visit homefieldapparel.com. Use promo code Stadium and Gale. So a lot of Home Field Apparel in Gainesville. Hopefully you guys use the promo code when you were shopping there. If not, a lot of great logos and retro logos for a lot of different sports at the University of Florida. Go check them out. Great cotton, a lot of different varietals. They release so many different things throughout the year. They're going to do some stuff for the more winter, spring type weather. They're going to, have some stuff for the summer, the baseball season, all that. So again, they've been a great partner for us. So continue to be a good partner for them. Homefieldapparel.com, promo code Stadium and Gale. Welcome back, Nick. Any final thoughts here? I do want to talk about the game itself.
Do we have to?
I want to give a shout out to VB3.
Okay. I'll allow that.
VB50 for getting us in the end zone, because if it weren't for that punt return, we probably wouldn't have sniffed no real touchdown.
I mean, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
We should have had touchdowns. Like, some of the touchdowns just drops, but you're passing to a tight end. Like I said, that's not the best room.
I don't know why we're not living in 10 and 11 personnel. I don't understand.
Makes too much football sense, brother.
Like, we got a premier running back. Let's spread out the offense. I'm not new to the coaching field, guys. I'm not saying I know all this stuff, but with the players that I got on that roster, I am going to spread that offense out, leave Jaden Ball with the light box and DJ Lagway with the light box.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Everybody else around the league is doing it. Why can't we?
We looking like Wisconsin in '98. We run down.
We looking like Nick Saban with goddamn Eddie Lacy.
No, because Wisconsin gave Ron the ball 45 a game. Ron,
yeah.
Ron, make sure you're hydrated, buddy. We'll get you the massage on Sunday, but make sure you're hydrated. Saturday, toting that thing. I think
Ron Dane, Stadium and Gale alumni.
Oh, for sure. Great interview.
Kind of to your point,
random
Corey,
itself,
it's like, yeah.
We had him on for Mertz.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Wisconsin. This is
random. And I think he had no idea who Mertz was.
He did.
Yeah, he's like who?
But whatever. Had the Heisman. Had the Heisman to it. To your point, like, I think it's hard. Like, I don't follow recruiting that closely, but like, if you're a 5-star athletic tight end who wants to catch 40, 50 balls, you look at this offense, that's not what you're going to be asked to do in this offense. It's kind of like what I said about like Hayden Hansen. Like, he's not going to catch those balls. That's not what they're asked to do in the offense. They're asked to block. So it's not an attractive place for, I mean, Kyle Pitts wasn't Kyle Pitts when he got to Florida as a freshman, but like, it's not an attractive place for that type of player. You're not going to be used in the offense that type of way. Then like the pass that Tony Livingston drops, like, I like Tony. He's got a great story. That's not the guy I'm dialing that play up for.
No. I mean, you have some big body receivers.
I said,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not like good play call. That was good pass by Lagway. That's a touchdown. That's not the player I'm dialing that play up for.
No way. I spent too much money on these receivers to be putting him in that situation. One of my biggest concerns when we did the panel was personnel usage, and I was like, we brag about all this speed in these players we have. It's Billy knowing how to get the ball into players' hands. Like, we get into the nuances of the game. We'll be all day. So Dan, start getting into your bag.
No. You can keep going. I'll pull.
Okay. Like, my biggest gripe is like when things are going well, you just completely abandon it. Like, if Jaden Ball is running downhill going crazy, you get to a certain spot on the field where you're almost in scoring position, then you start doing double reverse passes, flea flicker, annexation of Puerto Rico. Like, you're doing too much, my boy. Like, you're starting to put Eugene at Wildcat and you're trying things. Like, you're just doing too much. Jaden Ball is working. Just do what works. If that's what we're gonna do, and then you go away from Jaden for the rest of the game, and the offense is just clunky, never find a rhythm. And then when you try to go back to the running, now you're getting pushed around. It's a momentum thing. Like, if running game is working, let's feed off it. Draw them in the box, go play action over the top. Cool. It's just no rhythm. Who are we offensively? Who are we? What do we want to be? Do we want to maul teams? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to spread out and finesse you. We just want to clunk along and hopefully we win. But I don't know the identity of our offense. Like, what do we want to be?
They want to break out a bubble screen.
One's
gonna pop, and they're gonna be like, "See, this is what it should look like." But I bet Jaden Ball was running what 10 yards a carry, 11 yards a carry.
Yes,
and then 3 straight series in a row. You don't see him.
He's doing too good.
I mean, I like Jacoby Jackson, right? Like I was on the Jacoby Jackson hype train, and I still think that he's a good running back. He had 70 more yards than Jacoby Jackson in this game. He got 51 on the first drive.
It's averaging 9
and then he went
yards
ghost.
a carry. What are we doing, fellas? Like, at what point do you look at yourself as a coach and say, "Hey, I'm gonna take him out. Let's get the other guy scoring." Then you let the other guy get the blow. The other guy get some runs, and he's not even doing half of what the other cat is doing. No knock on the kid. Right. I think Jacoby will be fine if Jaden Ball wasn't here. But if we have this guy here, what are we doing, fellas? We hurting ourselves. You're almost trying to fire yourself by not playing 13.
It's self-sabotage.
Great up.
And well, I think wearing down a team works if you can keep the other team off the field, not letting them get 400 yards of offense.
Yeah, the rotations and this has been for the last 2 coaching staffs, the rotations are the position coach. Like Billy Napier is not saying like, "Hey, take Jaden Ball out of the game." That falls on Jabbar Jalouk. I don't know if that's how
override Jabbar Jalouk.
Like that
yeah.
The whole staff.
Yeah, like
okay.
Like that's just like a football staff thing.
Yeah, it's the position coach. But I'm saying this, even
but that doesn't change. That doesn't change it. Like Jaden Ball carried the ball 6 times and was gashing USF on the first drive, and then he finishes the game with 12. He had 12 more carries after the first drive. 33% of his carries came on the first drive, and he was gashing USF, and then he gets 12 more the rest of the game.
Oh, like Craig, don't do this to me, Craig, because that really.
Craig, we'll talk about defense here. That was frustrating.
Wait, hold on. There was one that I starred that we can answer real quick.
This one?
Sorry, yeah. Dan Mullen gets $1 million every July 15th until 2027. So no, not
dude, what a life, man.
Yeah, what a life.
You think he just goes and drops that $1 million on July 28th to see like a Tiesto concert?
But he's in Las Vegas now. He can just drop it on red or black. He can just walk across the street, red or black. It's Florida's money anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah, so that's a thing. I'm not trying to defend Billy because, like Silk said, you can override it. You can walk up to your running backs coach and say, "Hey, enough. This guy's gashing the other team." Until he taps his helmet and needs some Gatorade, he's in there. You can do that, but like it's not like Billy's not going and micromanaging every single room and saying who's playing when. That's why you have position coaches.
What the hell does he do?
Say it again, Dan.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Right?
He calls all the offensive plays.
Fuck that.
So then call him with the players that you think are playing the best, right? Like that's where you make a decision. You're making $7.5 million US doll hairs a year. Put yourself in a position to win.
That's so many doll hairs.
You
That's
are
a lot of doll
the
hairs.
CEO of a corporation, right? If your people are doing something wrong, that's a reflection of you. You fix it. That's your responsibility to fix.
Sound like you're talking to my son.
I'm sick, dog. I'm still
DeAndre
sick.
makes a tremendous point.
USF spelled backwards is FSU. That's true.
Yeah, get out of here with that type of comment. It's not,
USF backwards spells FU. You know what I mean?
Get him, Dan. Get him, Dan.
Wrong time for that, DeAndre.
But
good joke, though.
If I can get a win, Jaden Ball is still on track for 1,000 yards.
No, Jaden Ball's about to find that red shirt.
If they actually play him to the volume he should be played at, this cat can do some amazing things at Florida. Yeah. They're really crippling him by taking him out. I get it. I was a part of a running back by committee. I'm not saying it doesn't keep you fresh. I believe it does. But I'm going to call a spade a spade. I don't think it was anybody in my years of playing who was
drastically better than another one,
Right.
like it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I feel, and I feel like that's how it should be played out. This cat is drastically better than everybody that's in the room. It's no doubt about it. Like,
I mean, you had what 3 drives in the entire first half?
come
that what it was?
on, I need you.
Was it
I
3
need you
drives in the
playing
first
the.
half?
I want you playing the whole entire game until you tired. I ain't taking you out. When you
Yeah.
tired, I give you a little
Well,
3-4
you gotta
plays.
take yourself out, bro. Like,
Get you right back in there when you're ready.
tap
Get
the
you the
helmet.
Gatorade, little cold towel on your neck. Go sit on the cold bench for 2-3 plays. Third down, coming back up. I need you here if we get this first, brother. That's it.
Jordan, you're trying to coach a college football program. This is Pop Warner. You gotta play everybody.
Or maybe this
Mom
private
has
school,
orange
high
slice.
school. That's
Everybody
what they do at the private school, high school. Like my son, the dad come down from the stands and
Yeah.
scream at the coaches. Like, my son, I paid a lot of money for my kid. He needs to get in the game. That's the type of.
Sir, we're losing. I don't care. Play Johnny.
You turn around with your son. You're paying all the money for your son to get into a classroom here. Your son needs to play football.
Thank you,
to get
bro.
on the
I
field.
feel like we're literally wasting this kid's talent, bro. Like, I know he's still going to go to the NFL. He's going to have an amazing career, and everybody, all the Florida Gators are going to be looking at him in the NFL and be like, "Wow, we really wasted him at Florida because we were doing running back by committee, and he's playing for an NFL team, going for 1,000+ yards a year, going crazy. Why didn't we do that at Florida? Oh, because we had running back by committee, and he went a whole quarter without playing or without touching the ball, 2 drives without touching the ball.
It's absolutely insane. The best player on your offense. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, heads and shoulders over everybody else. The best player on offense when the ball's in his hand. I love like all the talent we got on offense, but one guy is just consistently getting it done every time he touched the ball. There's one time he got hit in the backfield and fell for 3-4 yards.
That kid don't go out. He don't go down off the first hit. He really don't.
No. No. That's what's frustrating. Like, you don't got to be a football guru to see things like that. It's like, bro, do what works at any job. What the hell?
I'll tell you one thing. So I don't know if Jaden Ball does anything outside of like football stuff. Like he plays EA college football and Madden. And when I spent,
he gives himself carries.
Billy need to hang out with him. Let him call
like
the play. Get ball. Get ball this seat, man.
The whole drive
won't take
up
himself
to Jacksonville, back to Jacksonville. We were doing an event. Sat next to him at lunch. He's just talking ball. Like, and you all know that I can talk a lot. I'd gotten to the point where I was like talked out, and he's still bringing stuff up. And I'm just like, this kid just eats, sleeps, breathes football.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Makes me so sick.
I know.
Wasting the talent like that. Unbelievable.
He's gonna get 1,000. I stand on it.
I mean,
might be my one prediction from the preseason.
He's not that far off, right? You
He's
have
on
12
pace
games
for 1,182 right now.
Yeah. We're a little off on Jacoby Jackson. And, it's not that Kobe Jack Cheese isn't playing hard. He had a couple good rushes in that game, but it's just pretty criminal to look back at having 51 yards on your first drive and then just kind of seeing a smattering of you throughout the game, including consecutive drives. I didn't play college running back for new listeners of this show. Jordan did. No. It turned down the opportunity to play intramural safety in the
you wanted to do the hitting, not be hit.
Yeah, it was flag. So, but Jordan, if it was a fatigue thing, if they were 5-6 drives in the first half, but you had 3,
right,
and then you had halftime, and then it goes to Jacoby.
He did go into the tent for a minute. I don't know what that was. Sometimes you go in the tent to pee. I don't know, but he was in the injury tent for a little while. Not a little while, like he was in there briefly, like during an offensive drive.
How you know they peeing in there?
Yeah, had a meet and greet in there.
Yeah.
Well, we had 100.
No, Gabriel didn't come down to say hi to him.
Shout out to Gabriel.
No, we rushed for 102 yards as an offense, and he had 93 of the 102. You tell me who else should be getting the fucking ball. Excuse my language, but
no, it's family show. You could curse.
Yeah, we'll put the E next to this title.
It's a parody show.
come on, bro. It's like that should be a no-brainer.
Chance they do not pee in the tent, man.
I am about to.
Niggas gonna have
people
gonna have
absolutely pee like
bro.
put
Stop
gone
it.
into
You're gonna have the
tent,
team register to live where they live at. You do that, bro. Don't say to people you can't just whip out at a football game. Nick, don't suggest that, man.
It's in. No one can see you in the injury tent.
Nobody can see you in the tent. People use definitely pee in there.
You pee in there?
That's crazy.
I do both.
What?
You shit too?
No. It's it's.
I used to pee in and out the tent. Sometimes I just stuck
okay.
All
right.
Water bottle.
You said both.
Water bottle while you
pee. Two.
Let it go. All in one motion.
That's going off the rails.
A lot of people in the comments don't know ball. Looked at me crazy when I said you use the sometimes you use the tent as a urinal. Hey, I don't want to run all the way back to the locker room.
Yeah, use them watching the game, Nick. I'm not watching to see if is there a meat check under the tent.
Adam Lane is pissed off that the injury tent wasn't around.
Lane wasn't controlling that one.
Oh man.
Oh my God. All right. Let's get a little bit into the game. We'll go over everything here. We got to do an ad read though. Let's give a quick shout out to our friends over at Game Time Sidekicks. I know that we're sad, but if you buy one of these, you'll be happy. I know I am. GameTimeSidekicks.com. Promo code Stadium15, 15% off. Keep your hot drinks cold, your hot drinks hot, your cold drinks cold. Go visit them. Game Time Sidekicks. Best cups in the game. Really, truly are. GameTimeSidekicks.com. Promo code Stadium and Gale. All right. So again, 18-16. Florida loses. DJ Lagway, 23 of 33 for 222 yards, 6.7 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sure looked like the ball hit the ground on the pixelated. When are the Gators going to get some new monitors in that in the swamp? Those screens stink.
This guy's working on, man.
Anyway, so does throw an interception, 2 drops, 3 pressures, 1 sack. 85.7 was his NFL QB rating in the game. Just doesn't look the same DJ to me, guys. We can say he's healthy. We can say, there's rust. There's just something about it that looks a little off. His footwork looks off. Some of his mechanics look a little off.
Mentally, it doesn't look like. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the zip looks a little off.
Zip, I think the velocity it seemed okay for me. Like touch has been missing a little bit, but I think velocity may be too hot sometimes. I was scared on that slant that we did catch for a touchdown. That came in super hot.
Yeah.
I just think he looked like he's mentally drowning. The indecisiveness, right? And that don't have anything to do with because he was taking the mental reps. That's what's frightening about it, because it's one thing to have arm rust. You're out there mentally tapped in and should be, more mentally tapped in if you're not doing the work. You're doing more listening. And it's not really clicking fast enough. And that's from a communication from coach, play caller to quarterback issue. If he's not understanding where I need to go with the ball, how fast I need to get it out, that mental part of the game is more of my concern than even the touch and stuff, because that rust was kind of expected. But the mental rust is throwing me to a different stratosphere. That's super frustrating to see that he mentally is drowning in a simple offense.
Yeah. I mean, and he's not been able to escape. When he's run the ball, he hasn't had the same burst. It looks bigger. I don't know what it is, but right now it just doesn't look like the same guy. And I know he didn't practice for 9 months. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I felt like I had some concern a few months ago. And anytime I said something, I was like, no, he'll be fine. Not just on the show here, but just on Twitter. It's man, I don't know. That's a long time to play. You've been playing football for 12 years, 13 years, however long he's been playing. You missed 9 months, right? You might miss 8% of the amount of time that you've been playing football in one off season. And it's not like the last showing that he had was all that great. I don't know when the last great DJ Lagway performance we've had, and I hope that it continues to get better. It just did not. It just doesn't look the same. His footwork looks off. He doesn't seem to be planting his back foot. There's just right now, it's either a lot of rust or there's something else going on right now.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the coach.
Well, I mean,
it's the teacher.
Yeah, but there are still some passes being missed, right? We got to keep it 100 on this show.
Yeah, I expect some of the passes, right? Yeah, I'm saying he's making mistakes. What I'm saying, even from the mental side of it, he's not comprehending wherever you're delivering. And this is not the first quarterback, right? We all like these YouTubers, they bring back the film, and it's easy to look at it and say, oh, that's where he's supposed to go with the ball. You see a wide open guy. We don't know what the coach is telling him. We don't know what the progressions are. We don't know what his reads are. And if he's being told what those progression and reads are, why isn't it clicking to now the third guy? It's now the third guy. And we think we were all not thinking Billy Napier is about to turn into some magnificent coach. We were thinking that the number one quarterback coming out of high school could elevate Billy, not Billy elevating him.
Sure.
So what's happening is he ain't elevating Billy, but he's being regressed.
Yeah. And I mean, I think with all that time being missed, it's hard to give an accurate assessment overall.
Yeah, I think it's too soon to say he's getting worse, because then like if we're sitting here today saying he's getting worse, then like he's not going to get better the rest of the year. I think I'm more comfortable saying right now he looks like a kid who hasn't practiced football since December, and I think he will get better. I do agree with you that we were sitting here saying like the offense is going to be better because DJ Lagway is going to play like we think he can play, and I just think because of all the time he's missed, he's not playing the way we think and the way that quite frankly, that he wants to play.
You think he's just gonna here's my question, right?
Yeah.
What do you think has to happen? Like, because I think he's gonna play better as well. I think I think that some of the throws he's missing on is rust. But from the mental side of it, that's why I say it's two different things going on there. There shouldn't be any mental rust because you've been mentally taking the reps. That's what y'all been selling us. Like he's mentally taking the reps. So he'll know what to do, right? So he should know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. And that's the problem right there. Like it's one thing Russ with the physical, and I'm gonna keep saying there's one thing Russ physically and him struggling, him missing the camp. He didn't miss camp mentally. Mentally, he was there spring. Mentally, he was there fall. And mentally, he's not grasping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is different though. Watching it in practice from 5 yards behind where the quarterback is and then doing it live in a game. It's different taking the actual rep in fall camp versus taking it on Saturday. We always say that. Like once the bullets are live, it's different. You can't replicate live in practice setting. Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's one of those things that you have to watch in all 22. You've got to sit in the stands. Like there's a lot that's being missed that's also not on TV. I know Hayden Hansen was wide open on a play, and he was not even being covered when the play was about to snap. They threw a DB on him that dropped into a quick zone. Hayden Hansen could still be running. Right? I mean, he would have been caught by now, but he could have still been. And there wasn't even a look, and Hayden Hansen was waving his arms before to let it, he was letting the other team know, hey, I'm completely uncovered. Didn't even get looked over, right? So there's just some of the mental piece, right? 19 years old, first full year as a starting quarterback. It's college. It's not like watching Josh Allen in the NFL, right? Like it's very funny to watch a game, an entire weekend of college and then watch the NFL and you're like, oh, like we're talking about a completely different game here, right? So there's going to be mistakes. I don't expect somebody to go 30 for 30 for 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, no mistakes. But there's just there's a bit of a proclivity right now that I'm noticing of just either really trying to go for the home run hit or that we're just going to our very first progression, whether there's a play there or not. But he's executing what he's been taught. That doesn't preclude him from any sort of criticism. but you're going to play as well as your teachers prepare you to play. And if you're physically not prepared to play, if you're mentally not prepared to play, then it's on the coach, right? Steve Spurrier said it. Danny, it's not your fault you threw 3 interceptions. It's my fault for putting you in. If he's not the guy to give you the best chance to be successful, then you need to make that call and say, hey, we still need to knock off some rust. And that's where Florida finds themselves right now. I'm not saying to start Terrell Jones and sit, DJ Lagway. That's certainly not what I'm saying at all. But those are decisions that you have to make as the head coach. And man, it looks rough right now. And I know the offensive line isn't giving him any opportunity to make plays either.
I was wondering if they like him or not. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, let's
just bro, it's just, to me, bro, like, we just don't have the right man like driving the car. We got an Uber driver driving a Indy 500 machine. And it's just not the right, they're not getting the right coaching. I think is that a few spots on the team. Offensive line development is just not there. I don't know if it's Jimmy and Joe's or the coaches, but the only thing that's been consistent is the coaches. So the defensive line, right? I don't think they're living up to the potential that we all thought. They're not pushing people around and creating the pressure that we thought. Maybe they even thought that. That's why we're playing that prevent style defense. They think they could get home with 4. That 4 is not getting home like we thought. I love Chapman, love Mike P. But right now, it's just not how we ended the season. The trajectory we were going, it's like a complete start from like all over again. It's like you're starting from scratch again.
I gave him a pass week 1. It's an option team. But week 2, like you mentioned, like this is like, and I think I even texted in the group, I'm like, this is not a passer. Like Brown has had a really good start to the season, but like he's not a guy that's going to scare you with his arm.
3,000 yards 2 years ago. But he's good enough. Like he's not going to win a Heisman Trophy, but he's good enough.
Who?
Byron
USF
Brown.
Quarterback.
Well, Byron Brown's decent, but he's not an accurate quarterback.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. If I'm with what I've seen from Florida's defense, if I'm the Florida's defense coordinator and I see him, I go, his arm doesn't scare me.
Yeah, I'm pressing
with what I know I have.
Disrupting routes, bro. Like I got to make it hard for him.
Yeah.
Shrink the throwing windows. He had throwing windows like it was crazy. And why? You got Ferraris at corner. Their receivers is not gonna run by us like that, bro. Like you got to know your personnel and who you coaching. Shout out to Cremoni too. I'm gonna get that boy, like when he had opportunity, he made plays, bro. 25 looks good, bro. Like straight up. Evan Moore looked really good. They're not being put like 25 said earlier. They're not being put in the position to really shine like they're supposed to. Devin Moore made plays. Bryce Thornton made plays. The secondary was looking okay. I just think they're playing way too deep. And if he plays that soft coverage versus Nussmeier and giving them boys easy, free releases like that, we're gonna be barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I thought the DBs played pretty good. They made a terrific play to break up a deep pass. Bryce Thornton was involved. I think 3 guys kind of narrowed in on an open guy. I thought that they played really well there. I know we got to talk about it though. I mean, USF runs a no huddle. Florida makes a substitution on a no huddle. They have nobody covering a guy. A guy goes streaks down the field. Only touchdown allowed. What are we doing?
Yeah, that was, I think, from the press box, it looked like both guys went up for the interception, played the ball.
They weren't even
didn't
close
come
to playing
down
ball.
with it.
I mean, they weren't ready on that play. I mean, it's going to happen, right? But why are you making a substitution on a hurry up play? The other 2 guys were maybe a half a centimeter over the sideline when that ball was snapped. I don't know, man.
I mean, that's twice, right? I think we substitute and got a penalty for 1-2 that kept a drive alive, and they got 3 points out of it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's twice that you're doing like amateur. This is amateur hour, bro. Burn a timeout if you're in that position. Get the ball, keep your momentum. It's just the small nuances of the game, and they left the door open. Like, did the refs call a terrible game? Yeah, but you left the door open to a team you should have dominated. Like, straight up, that team is not like talent-wise, they're not on our level. It was just some terrible coaching going on. The energy was low, they were flat. It just didn't add up, especially after the criticism of week 1, because that's the thing too, because the quarterback's saying that we got to go out and improve something. The social media post from the football team is leave no doubt. Like that type of messaging, like, you're not caught off guard here. USF just upset a team last week, right? So you kind of know what to expect, and to come out that flat, bro, it's just easy work, bro. Like, just handball the ball, keep it simple. You got receivers that'll make plays, throw up some 50-50 balls. This is just anyway. 25 had to go. I ain't even see
he's
wife's birthday
on an anniversary or a birthday trip right now.
Okay.
I don't know, out on the West Coast. Gators give up 172 yards of yak. On defense, 66 on that one touchdown. So what is that, 106 otherwise? Your top defensive players in this game, Pro Football Focus, have Devin Moore, Aaron Gates, Jaden Robinson. I thought he played very, very well. Bryce Thornton, Miles Graham, Cormani McLean, Aaron Childs, Jaden Woods, Cam James, and Pup Howard. He comes back in this game. LJ McCray plays 4 snaps. He breaks his foot in the game, so he'll be out for a decent amount of time in there as well. We don't know what's going to happen to Brandon Bett for the game next week either. So, but all in all, like a very average at best game, grading wise, according to Pro Football Focus as well.
Very nice. My man said, is Billy Napier.
Go ahead. Corey.
And I was reading, my man said, is Billy the worst coach in the SEC? Proposal or worst one, coach, you guys. I don't want to say he's the worst one, but who do you think's worse than him?
Sam Pittman, maybe. I mean, the standards at Arkansas, the ability to recruit, are certainly less than Florida.
Sam Pittman's
Sam beat him, right? Yeah.
Sam did beat him with the worst Arkansas team in a long time.
Yeah, so we can't even give him
Can't
Sam.
do that. Yeah.
That's disrespectful to Sam. Sam might run down on us again.
Yeah. It's hard to argue, right? I mean, Jeff Lebby at Mississippi State, they just beat Arizona State.
We may be a bigger game or a tougher game than we thought as well.
Yeah. Stoops has done better. Who else in the SEC hires Napier? Tennessee tried to hire him. South Carolina tried to hire him. Who hires him now? Well, nobody.
Y'all start asking me about Jed Fish. I'm trying to relax on this show. It's like the 8th person that said Jed Fish and asking me, bro, don't Jed Fish me right now, bro. We only I will get our board together. I don't need you to create my board.
We got time. I still am waiting for Core to hit me with a fired, but maybe in the next couple of weeks.
I'm close, bro. I'm close to it, bro. I'm close, man. Curran Bell. We got to add Curran Bell. That's just tradition.
Bro, what are we doing?
Nick, your boy Tommy Doman flips the field on a punt. Want to make sure we give him credit. 63-yard punt there. I mean, but talking about completely flipping the field. I accidentally kicked punting instead of kick return. So, but Vernell Brown, 1 punt return, 40 yards, set the Gators up. It got pushed in the back, another 15 yards on top of that, or was it half the distance? I don't remember. Well, whatever it was, set the Gators up for their only touchdown in the game. But want to give him credit. The first one, there was a penalty, so they repunt, and he breaks a lane, cuts across the entire field. He looks like a guy ready to play. Did drop the pass. It was a good pass. Go on and give DJ Lagway credit for that one. On 3rd down towards the end of the game, went right through his hands. There was 2 passes that went right through receivers' hands. The Tony Livingston catch that could have been a touchdown, and then the Vernell Brown
I mean, both of those drops changed the game, right? Those are game changing. Like one takes 7 off the board, other one like moves the sticks and probably puts the game away. But
an important point here. Rocco Underwood.
Safety.
I mean, uncharacteristic, but
everybody regressing. I'm just kidding. I kid. Everybody's not regressing. I'm being a little over the top.
Yeah,
facetious.
I mean, you could have been 10 feet tall and you still would have missed it.
That's not what's crazy.
Yeah, that's a heads up play by any punter, but heads up play by Tommy to like get back, get to the ball, and do anything you can to either fall on it or like shove it out so that one of their guys isn't falling on it. That's a difference between 2 and 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe Houston told me prior to last week, he said like, hey, their punter has a tendency to hit some line drives. I text my buddy who's usually in our comments, Steve Hinlin. I was like, hey, put me on VB3 punt return touchdown watch this week. I think LSU punter has the same tendency to hit some line drives. So put me again, VB3 punt return watch.
VB3 gonna have to be our Callaway the way this team operating, looking like McElwain and Callaway offense. So
right now,
VB3 is that
player on the team or on the receiving
core. He is that guy. He did drop a pass.
He did drop the pass. Yeah, called him out.
Dan, don't call him.
Is that guy.
Don't do that because then we won't see him. Every time we call a guy that guy, Billy like, I'm gonna show y'all he's that guy.
Oh, Corey. That Corey Silk guy liked him.
Yeah. Fired.
They said Jaden Ball 1,000. You know, like we got to bench him. He's getting he might hit the benchmark. Eugene Wilson, he's hooping. Yeah, like let's give him some orbit.
That was a I know that Eugene ran a good route. It wasn't like DJ didn't have to throw it into like super tight coverage, but that was a great pass. I can't remember. I don't know if it was an under or like a drag or an in, but the one where he hit Eugene for like a gain of like 29, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Caught it near their sideline. That was a beautiful ball. Perfect ball.
Yeah, I mean, there are some great passes. It's just kind of there's some flaws there. Eugene Wilson was your leading receiver in this game, 60 yards after going for -1 last week. He does get the only touchdown in this game. Vernell Brown, 56 yards. Hayden Hansen, 40. Jacoby Jackson, 24. J. Mike, 21. Aiden Mizell, 18. I think Aiden Mizell only had a couple snaps in this game.
It's criminal, man.
Yeah. Tank Hawkins, 2 yards. DJ Abrams, 1 yard. Tony Livingston, 2 targets, 0 receptions, 0 yards. I think we're only at 29 yards for J. Mike this year. So hopefully we can start to see a little bit more out of him as well this year, because I think a lot of people were expecting some more production there.
Very nice.
Anything else before we head out? It's 10 o'clock.
No, man.
I mean, we got game day eve. We got LSU.
Yeah. I'll end on this. It would make, in my mind at least, maybe I'm sick, but in my mind, it would make a lot of sense for like Florida to go down and beat LSU this week. Just because that doesn't make sense based on what we've seen. And it would make last Saturday like even worse in some way. Like you win a game that you're not favored to. It would make it like even more maddening of like, how do you go down to Baton Rouge, beat LSU in Death Valley, and how do you do that at home against USF? Just saying, I think
it's
Florida hasn't won in Death Valley since 2016. That was the hurricane game year.
It's hard being a head coach when you got to worry about the apple slices and the team. Mom, make sure you got the right amount of Capri Sun. So I think on road trips, you don't have to worry about the apple slices and the Capri Sun. So we may have to pull it off. Now, that just confirms more. Like, I don't think any of these games are out of reach because we have a very talented team. I won't be shocked if we beat any of these teams. I just don't think he's going to survive this season or, bounce back, expectation wise for this thing to make sense. Could we beat LSU? Yeah, but that just confirms that this is a talented team the guy at the top just can't do it at a consistent manner for us to win big and compete for playoffs. We're not asking to win a national championship every year, but Florida should be competing to be in that top 12 every single year. Straight up.
If you're in year 4, you've got to be in some sort of playoff discussion. Whether you're in or not, you got to be in some sort of discussion. And right now, the way that this team has played the first 2 games, the way that this organization under Billy Napier has struggled on the road, we're in year 4, and he's never started better than 1-1 in his first 2 games. Right? So if you win, Corey's almost there. If you win, you're frustrated because, like, at what point do you start to turn the corner? Like, what year? Like, you have LIU and USF, and we're like, finally, there's a start to the season where you should have some momentum, right? You have a 7-game winning streak going into LSU. You should have some confidence. There's nothing. This is the lowest point that I've seen under Billy Napier, and we're in game 2. This is worse than last year.
Yeah.
Right? Because at least last year you could be like, all right, well, they have DJ Lagway. He's the future. Future is grim right now. Not saying that it can't get better, but the future is grim. And it starts at the top. You have a company that's struggling to make money.
Free me, man.
Not appearing or not appeasing the shareholders. You can't just stick around and say, hey, I just need one more year. It just doesn't work.
It fit, bro. Like, it just doesn't fit. Like what the University of Florida is traditionally, right? We see so many of these. USC struggle with it for years. Like Miami struggled with it for years. So till they get a Miami guy to come back down there, he's just not a match. Like, just from the wearing the black on the sidelines, like to the not spreading out with all these Florida athletes. You're playing 12 personnel. His personality is just not a match, and that's cool. Like Florida, we expect explosive offense, competent coaching, guys that are heady coaches. It's just not a match. Ain't nothing personal. We don't hate Billy Napier. I wanted to see him succeed because he builds a program good and recruits well off the field. But when the whistle get blown, my God, it's a lot of anxiety, and I don't want to go back to therapy.
Yeah. I mean, it was indicative.
Insurance stopped covering you. Like, I don't want to go back.
But like, guys,
free, bro.
Like, it's the same stuff over and over, and it's timeouts, right? And then if you question him, it's like you're an idiot for asking about timeout usage.
Yeah.
It's personnel. It's penalties. It's a lack of physicality. It's recruiting the right guys for your system. It's developing those guys for your system. It's having 2 offensive line coaches, and your offensive line's not very good. You have an All-American. You have a potential first-round left tackle, right? The list can go on and on and on. And it's like, how much longer do we have to do the same song and dance? And if he wins next week, I'm going to just be frustrated. I'm going to be pumped that we won. I'm going to be here a hell of a lot longer than Billy Napier is going to be, right? This is my alma mater. I'm going to cheer the shit out of the University of Florida. I just want to watch football that is enjoyable and with a coach that seems to want to fit and want to fix all of the things that he says that he wants to do. If you want to be the most operationally sound program in the country, then be operationally sound when it matters on Saturday afternoons against USF. Hell, be better and operationally sound against LIU. LIU has an FBS victory before the University of Florida does.
That's crazy. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. I'm on the verge, bro. It depends on how this weekend go, but watching the games from the farmers market is not off the agenda, man. Like, maybe looking for some produce out the Pop Warner and watching the game at the same time, man. Because I can't give I was gonna come to the Texas game. I just can't do it. I really can't. It's expensive to go to a football game. Just keep it a bean. Like, it ain't cheap. You spend a lot of money to go to a football game, and I'm not about to spend my hard-earned money to go. I'm not even gonna go to the Miami game. It's an hour from my door. I got free tickets. I may have to go with a recruit. I take that back. But me spending my own money, I don't know, man. I just can't do it. It's just not the product that I want to continue to support and make it seem like it's okay. I want to support the players, but this isn't okay. It's bad. It's been bad for 4 years. My falls used to be fun.
Florida's going to beat Miami. You should go to that game.
Oh man. I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm going to the game, but I don't think we beat Miami right now. That offensive line and defensive line is playing very well. I don't know who is going to be in charge of blocking Ruben Bain, but
good Lord.
Hopefully it's not Eugene Wilson.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? He can't break tackles. You want him blocking defensive linemen? Let him break a tackle first before you just sending him on a crash dummy mission. Oh my God.
I'm just ready. I'm ready for it to be over.
Hey, everybody chill out though. Like my man Big Steve having a rough week on the timeline. Everybody chill. Like why everybody
a rough week?
Steve, like he's just engaging with everybody.
Who's Steve?
Harris.
Steve Harris.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody relax. You don't have to attack each other, for your football opinions, bro. It's okay. Like, if you think different from the next person, it is totally okay. If we want to fire Billy or somebody else wants to fire Billy, if somebody wants to keep Billy, let them be delusional in peace. You don't have to beef with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You also don't have to let this ruin your weekends or your lives or anything else.
I seen you on the boat. I seen you, baby.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. A great weekend.
Yeah.
And I from the bottom of my heart, man, I had a blast in Gainesville this weekend from meeting a lot of you fans. I met somebody, SC Pulling Guard. I forgot Steve, I think is his name. At breakfast Saturday morning, met a bunch of fans just kind of about town. The Florida Victorious tailgate is a fun one as well. Saw Vari, hung out with him day before his birthday. So happy birthday, Vari. Just an elite weekend, and I'll be back for Texas. I'll be back from Mississippi State. I'm gonna go cheer my ass off for the Florida Gators, and I always will, no matter who the coach is. But I'm also gonna remember it's a game that I have no control over too. So make sure you guys feel the same way.
I like the memes you keep putting out. It's like a guy like scared and somebody holding a knife, and it's like my mental health. 18 and 22-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if the games keep going bad, we'll do a bathroom meet and greet. As Scott recommended here. I know we're gonna have fun. Go support the guys. Go support the team. It's funny. I was talking to somebody today. He's a USF fan, and I was like, man, it sucks, right, that we lost. But I get 12 of these, maybe 13 games a year. Like, I'm gonna enjoy it. Right?
That shit, 4 hours, bro. That sounds like you put up a good heroic fight with that speech, but not me. That's 4 hours, bro. I gotta go be entertained, not disappointed for a 4-hour drive. Anything in life.
Oh yeah. No, I get driving up there. I will say this: as somebody who hasn't been to a football game, this is my first one since Tennessee game 2 years ago. These TV timeouts are egregious.
Yeah,
you don't realize it when you're like watching at home. You get up, walk around.
Oh no,
these are so egregious, dude.
So I try not to complain about stuff, because it's my job. My job is to watch football. Like, that's cool as hell. So I try not to complain about little things like that. But like the groans you hear when that, I'm sure he's a nice man just doing his job, wearing the red jacket, walks out every other drive, and he twists the sign, and you're like, another 3 minutes, 5 minutes? What are we doing? If you haven't been to a game, there's a guy who runs out or walks out with a clock and puts it up to let you know that, hey, here's the amount of time while Mickey Mouse takes his ounce of flesh. Yeah. So I've tried not to complain about him, but thank you for allowing me to give me the grandstand. The TV timeouts have become disgusting. And then people were like, oh, we're free from this. They're like, we're free from the CBS game. I'm like, buddy, Disney's paying way more than CBS paid.
Yeah. We got to shrink the game.
Like 100-fold more than CBS paid. The bills are due.
I mean, I compared it to playing like a 5.5 hour round of golf. Like when you expect
3:30 Georgia game will end at 7:15.
Yeah. All right, let's end the show. Nick, you think a song of the week? Somebody said like a prayer. Oh, a prayer. Yeah, pick a Kirk Franklin song or something. CC or BB Winans.
Mississippi Mass Choir.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stephen Curtis Chapman, going back to the gospel days of where I grew up. Mercy Me. I can only imagine a life
Shirley
without
Caesar.
Billy Napier. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, Mace for one album.
Mace. Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot Reverend Mace. I thought you were talking about Mason Bethel. I was like, no.
No.
That's Fallen World right there, brother.
One final shout out to our friends over at Alumni Hall. Go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them on Gainesville and Archer Road. The greatest and largest selection of Florida Gators apparel in all of Gainesville. Go visit Alumni Hall. Let them know Stadium and Gale sent you. Anything that you want, polos, t-shirts, men's, women's, grandparents to babies, and anything in between. All the sports, football, basketball, golf, track and field, baseball, whatever it might be, they are going to have what you are looking for. So again, alumnihall.com or go visit them, Alumni Hall on Archer Road, right by the 3 drive-through Chick-fil-A. Hey, Tyler said, I went to the Archer Road location before the LIU game. The place is awesome. It is awesome. Continue to go. Continue to go.
Nice.
Oh, and let's get the lights fixed before the next game. And the national champion sign. We got to do a QA check before the game starts. Make sure all our lights are working.
Hey,
all
real
right,
quick,
Nick,
everybody go subscribe to Breakfast with the Gators.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fun show.
Fun show. Check them boys out, man. Breakfast with the Gators, the Stadium and Gale podcast.
Were they unhinged Sunday? Jackson sent me a text.
It was
driving back Saturday, and he goes, "Tomorrow's show is going to be a banger." And I was like, "Oh boy!" And I meant to listen to it today and didn't.
Yeah, so I forgot which one of them said. I don't remember if it was Preston or Will or whoever said it. Said, "I've got a great wife, a great house, a great job. And Billy Napier's ruining my life."
That was Conley, I think his name is, right?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Dan, look at Dan. What is up with Dan, bro? What kind of internet you got in that penthouse? You got
kicking myself out.
You got Project Internet in the penthouse, bro. That's crazy.
No, I swiped off the screen.
Okay.
All right, Nick, what do you got?
This is old school. I'm sliding through. I was unprepared. We're gonna go with "In the Hood" by Briscoe featuring Lil Wayne. An oldie.
What a throwback.
Oldie. This is back. I think when I was in high school, we were playing beer pong to this song.
Man,
oh yeah,
we almost made it an entire episode without a hair joke. You know, we almost did it. That's a Chance. Thank you. Thank you.
Man.
I appreciate you.
The greatest Chance. Way to keep a tradition going.
I appreciate you guys. All right, well, we'll see you on Friday, game day eve. Let's have a good rest of your week.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.